Simple Life presents. People who like being alone have these special personality traits. Do you like being alone? Or do you hate it? Some people think of being alone as a bad thing. It either means you're antisocial or unwanted, neither of which is a good position to be in. During this pandemic, many have to stay home and are unable to meet their friends and family. Maybe being alone during this time is particularly painful. There is a great difference between being alone and being lonely. A loner will always prefer being alone, but they will never feel lonely. Loners are a unique type of people. They prefer having a smaller circle of friends, and they do not mind spending time alone, being with themselves. Unlike those who feel lonely, loners never feel lonely. In fact, being in their own company is what makes them feel most fulfilled, as this is when they are most in touch with themselves. Loners are very self-aware, and perhaps this is the main reason they prefer to be alone. Being friends with a loner is something not many have the opportunity to experience. They pick their friends carefully, and they can easily sniff out a fake. So, what makes a person a loner? 1. They're extremely loyal. They don't very often have a wide social circle, and if they do, you won't find them out every night of the week with large groups, lining up for the hottest club opening. They instead seek out meaningful and trustworthy friends who they feel comfortable to welcome into their space and share details of their life with. If you have a friend who likes to spend time alone, you can guarantee that this person will be there for you through thick and thin. 2. They're open to new ideas. Just because they cherish their quiet time doesn't mean they won't do something new and exciting. They just make sure to have their quiet time before taking the plunge into a highly social activity. 3. They have a level head. They spend so much quiet time on their own, taking the time to navigate and contemplate situations, problems, and to really tap into who they are and what they want. They have a strong sense of self and a confidence that radiates from within. When they're feeling stressed or the weight of the world is closing in, they spend time alone to recharge instead of filling their day with distractions. Research has shown that people who enjoy being alone don't depend on the approval of others. Instead, they judge their self-worth and personal success using their own personal benchmarks rather than those imposed by society. For instance, a loner rarely measures their worth by the size of their salary. They are also more likely to value inner beauty over physical appearance. 4. They are comfortable with their own thoughts. I'm sure we've all come across that person who can't stand to be alone with their own thoughts. People who like to spend time alone, particularly in the quiet, display a clear conscience, and do not struggle with their inner thoughts. Of course, we can all have down days, but they tend to be able to navigate themselves out of any slump. 5. They understand the value of time. Yours and theirs. You'll notice a word that keeps coming up at each point. The word is time. People who spend time alone understand and appreciate its value. They put a high priority on making that time available in order for them to function at their highest level and best self. When you are giving of your time, they understand what you've given up for them. They have a deep sense of making sure not to waste your time or to spend time with people who are wasting theirs. 6. They exercise strong boundaries. All of that time alone gives these people the space to think about what motivates them, what works and what doesn't, and how to properly communicate this. You'll find that they have strong and healthy boundaries, and they exercise their right to communicate these in a really healthy and clear manner. You might even call them an old soul. 7. They are high in self-awareness. If you regularly spend time in quiet contemplation, you get the opportunity to develop a great deal of personal insight. This means that you know where you are going in life, what matters most to you, and what you can learn from your past experiences. You don't fool yourself. You have good insight into your personal strengths and weaknesses, and can tailor your goals accordingly. When you make a mistake, you can set aside some thinking time and identify the root cause. You seldom make the same error twice. 8. They love to listen. Loners don't feel the need to tell everyone their life story at every opportunity because they can act as their own source of validation. This means that they are content to listen to others without interrupting or passing judgment. They have the ability to develop deep connections with friends and family. People who prefer to spend time alone remain open-minded most of the time and are happy to consider alternative perspectives. Being sensitive and in touch with their own emotions, they are empathetic friends who are willing to lend support when someone they love is going through a crisis. 9. They are brave. It takes courage to get to know yourself. Those who spend time alone are accustomed to confronting their personal fears and weaknesses head-on, which takes a considerable amount of inner strength. Someone with the confidence to try new hobbies alone, or travel by themselves, is a brave individual worthy of respect. Loners are willing to face their problems by themselves before calling on others for help. In fact, they can be quite stubborn, preferring to battle a situation alone before calling for assistance. 10. They are forgiving. To be a loner is to spend a lot of time in the presence of an imperfect person, yourself. Being able to take an honest personal inventory comes with the realization that nobody is perfect. We all have a set of positive and negative traits and habits. People who spend a lot of time alone are natural psychologists who possess a high degree of insight into the human condition. As a result, they are quicker than most to forgive everyday human errors. This doesn't mean that they are willing to let others abuse them, simply that they take a realistic view of human nature. If you are happy to spend plenty of time alone, you are a strong, brave individual with the capacity to form deep and meaningful bonds with others that can last a lifetime. Others may assume that you believe yourself to be superior to those around you, but they'd be wrong. You simply have a high level of self-awareness, and you refuse to live life on anyone else's terms. Your independence will take you far, so be proud. Have your perceptions changed? Can you see any of these qualities in yourself or a friend? Check out the link below for your free audiobook from Audible. If you like the video, do subscribe, like, and comment. Do hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification. Thank you for watching.